Hi guys, and welcome back to Cutting Through the Red Tape. It is your girl LaShonta, and we are so very excited. Y'all listen, we are how many days into 2026? I think like 4. So happy new year again. If you guys have not caught my show from last Sunday, happy new year's, and I am so glad that you guys are tuning in. Listen, y'all know how we do. We cut right through the red tape, and today I have another special guest on my show, and I'm just going to say clock it because y'all don't know who he is. This is official on Cutting Through the Red Tape. I am so excited. Welcome, Trent. How are you doing?
I'm blessed. How you doing?
Blessed. I am doing well. Thank you so very much for joining me on Cutting Through the Red Tape today. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm feeling elected.
I like that.
Yes,
I like that.
Yes, definitely.
So, I met Trent a few months ago with the baddest studio on this side of heaven, which is 810 Studio with my girl Tamika. Him and I was able to do a job together in Wallace, North Carolina. I don't know if you guys remember, but it was what type of event was it? Like a Backstreet Festival. That's exactly what it was. And we had an awesome time. Didn't really get a chance to work close one-on-one with Trent while he was there because y'all know how I do. I stay in my own lane. I don't know how to work this equipment. I don't know how to take pictures and video and do all of that. So that was his lane. But I did get a chance to speak with him and talk with him about some of the things that he has going on. And so what better way than to introduce him to Cutting Through the Red Tape is having him come on the show. So, Trent.
What's going on?
So,
What's going on?
When I met you back in the summertime, what exactly were you doing with 810 Studios when I met you?
A lot of behind the scenes. Shout out to 810 Studios. I was doing a lot of behind the scenes at the event, catching everything from the bikes, the cars, the people that was out there. Had their own brands. Just a lot of good energy that was out there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's what we was doing.
So, you work like the camera, like you video.
Yeah, so I do a lot of videoing. Like I'm behind the scene, basically.
Period.
Behind the scene with my videos and just catching everything that a lot of people won't catch. Like y'all was doing interviews, people won't catch during the interviews. I'll catch it behind it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So you were showing the people what it looked like on the other side.
Right. What they don't want to show on
Right.
camera.
Right.
So I'm catching everything.
So you catching everything.
Yes,
right.
for sure.
That's exciting. That's exciting. So it's almost like you going behind looking at the other side. So pretty much you catching the bloopers.
Right,
You pretty much
everything.
catching you catching us doing our job,
Right.
but it's on the other side of the big camera.
Right.
That's exciting.
Like, what a lot of people want to see. That's why like streaming.
Okay,
For sure.
okay.
I was also actually on 810 Studios YouTube live.
Oh, okay,
So I was
okay.
catching that too as well. So, and just the great energy that people wasn't able to see, because y'all was working,
Yeah.
interviewing, but outside it was so much good energy out there,
Yeah, so like the live action, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying, where you don't other people don't have a chance to get ready.
Right.
You was already
Right.
capturing everything.
Right.
Okay.
Because even with that event, we didn't know about that. And a lot of people here, Wallace, North Carolina, is like, what's going on there? Just to see. I had a lot of people, text me and everything. It was like, wow, what was that? Where was that at? And I'm like, that was in Wallace, North Carolina. Just the energy was great.
That's what's up. So we did, well, y'all know how I do on Cutting Through the Red Tape. I'm always somewhere I ain't supposed to be in order. But I like to go ahead and talk about stuff in real time, and then, I'll bring my mind back and be like, okay, we got to introduce the people to Trent. So Trent, tell us a little bit more about who you are. And the type of work that you do. We already know that you stream and you do the recording and stuff like that. So just dig a little deeper into that for us after you tell us who you are.
Okay. They know me by, a lot of people know me by Lambo. Lord added motivation before opportunities. Also got a clothing line that's called BHF, Born Hustlers Family, under We Elected. We do a lot of work with the youth, the community. Monday we'll be going into the prisons, the youth prisons, to talk to the young youth, because that's what we do. Like,
Yeah.
we all for, like I said, behind the scenes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's behind the scenes? We are behind the scenes because we all got a pass.
That's right.
We all got a pass. We come from, no matter where you come from, no matter what city, state, country, no matter where you come from, we all come from God giving us the understanding that, hey, help. And that's what we're doing. We just helping from what we know.
From what you know. Okay. Yeah. And what inspired you to, kind of complete your purpose?
Sitting back, with myself, I remember 2014 sitting in prison. I really sat down with myself and I was like, what I'm gonna do when I get out? Am I gonna do the same exact thing? Am I gonna complete or compete with the same energy that's around there? And I remember just sitting back like, no, I can't do that, because I had my son. And I remember not letting my son come to see me. And that first time letting him come see me, I looked at him and I said, I can't let him be the same thing I was.
My God.
Because looking at him, that's how I used to look at my father. Being on the visiting floor, like, wow, like, this is the same exact thing. He looks like me. We have all the same name. And I was like, my granddad passed. And I said, I couldn't even go to that funeral. None of us, my father, my uncles, all of us was locked up.
Oh, God.
And I said, he can't go through that. He got to see something different. So that was the turning point. You was part of the problem. Be the solution to the problem.
Nice. I love that.
So that was it.
That was it.
For sure.
I love that. I love how you took accountability.
Right.
A lot of people don't want to take accountability for their mess ups. They don't want to take accountability for where they are in life. Right. And I'm glad that you decided to take accountability and to show your son something different. Because at the end of the day, I was somewhere listening to something, and they said that we can place blame because everybody has their own choice. Right. But if you continuously show someone something negative, then 9 times out of 10, they're going to be negative. Right. And when they are older and you can no longer control that or control them, and it spirals and they end up exactly what they saw, then you got to take some accountability for that at the end of the day, because you showed them. And I'm just grateful that you saw that within yourself to show him something different. I was the same way like you. I remember my mom every Sunday at the prison right here in Clinton. She used to cook all this food, and we went into the prisons every Sunday to eat with my father until he was released from prison. And I'm like, wow, so much time wasted on a Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Having my mom cook all this food, bring it to a prison, and then we had to leave my dad there. But this was us every weekend, you know what I'm saying? And so, thankfully, I'm not in prison.
Right.
And neither is my brother. You know what I'm saying? So, my dad did get out. He did, different with his life or whatever situation may be. But I feel like if we start taking accountability for what we show the youth and show our kids, then
Right.
they might be,
Where they need to be. The energy.
Yeah.
That energy is real. My brother right here, like, I known him since he was a kid. I could not lead the way I needed to because I didn't know how to. One day he told me something. He's like, and it's just like, man. He said, "Yo, you like a father to me." I don't even know how to be a father to my own. How can I be a father to any one of the young youth if I don't take accountability of, yo, you got to change the perspective. You got to change the energy. You can't keep going on with the same mentality in our community. I ain't know how to be a father. I ain't know how to be a big brother. I ain't know. Okay, you didn't know how to do that, but you knew that feeling that you felt when you didn't have it.
Yes.
So that feeling that you felt that you didn't have, change it. Change that. Give them the feeling that you want. You wanted that. You knew what it felt like, so change it.
Change it.
Big thing is accountability, like you said. I tell people this all the time. Take accountability. This life we living in, it can be free for you. But you gotta be elected to understand, hey, what do I have to do to make it free? It's real.
It's real. And I think the only way, well, for me, because I'm just on my free journey, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't always been here, y'all.
Right.
But I am on a free journey now. And for me, what it was for me, everything was internal. I had to cope with some things. I had to really tell myself, like, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? You acting like that, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not, I don't think that's how you should act.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It didn't feel good. I wanted to be something that wasn't me. I wanted to be somebody that wasn't me. So for me, I had to really sit down with myself and say to myself, you pretty dope the way you are. Let's be her.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Let's do her. You know what I'm saying? Let's show the world who she is. And once I really got to the place to where I kept thinking to myself, well, I don't really think nobody's going to like her. You know what I'm saying? I don't really think nobody's going to like her personality, or they're not going to like the way she dressed, or they're not going to like the way she walk around. And then I thought to myself, like, but I'm them people.
Right.
I'm the only one in here crying.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm the only one that's in here struggling with being my authentic self or trying to be somebody else. I'm the only one that's struggling with that. And then another thing that I learned was people hate what they don't understand. People really do hate what they don't understand. You know what I'm saying? People will really make you feel bad for being free.
Right.
And they're bound.
Right. But can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What made you be that way before who you is right now? Like,
can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I was pushed here. I didn't have no choice because I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back. So I had no other choice. I didn't have nothing else. I had nothing else. You know what I'm saying? So I was forced here. I was forced to figure out who I was. I was forced to figure out what I liked, where I wanted to go, what I wanted to do. I was forced to to look at myself and to appreciate who I really was. I was forced here. So it wasn't, my daughter tell me, she was like, Ma, you like fairy tale and you lived a fairy tale life. And I was like, well, what do you mean by that? And she was like, this was something you created. Fairy tales are only the fairy tales that we grow up watching or seeing have happy endings. Do they not?
Yeah.
But real life,
Reality check.
it don't always end that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't always end on a happy note. You know what I'm saying? It don't always end with somebody waking up in the end. And I'm talking about Snow White. It don't always end, you know what I'm saying, with the glitz and the glam and the Prince Charming and the you know what I'm saying, and the big mansions and stuff like that. It don't always end that way.
Right.
But in reality, my Prince Charming was the Lord, the Savior, Jesus Christ. And once you build a relationship with him and once you allow him to love on you, because the Bible tells me that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You know what I'm saying? The Bible tells me that that his only begotten son was sent to earth, hung on a tree just for me. He did it for you too. But sometimes you got to make that thing personal.
You got to.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to make it personal whenever you're talking about the Lord and you're talking about Jesus coming to save you. You got to be like, oh, he did that for me.
Amen. That's right.
He loved me enough
That's right.
to tell me that he know every hair on my head, even though I just cut it. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? So I really had to get into the word.
That's right.
And allow the word to take over me.
That's right. Man, you took.
We went left. We went left. We went left.
That's good. Reality. Don't we let God got it. You just God got it. The energy is where it's at. We elected is something that God allowed me to have, right? On live, Lambo stood for living about my business only. It was living about my business only. It wasn't Lord added motivation before opportunities.
Yeah.
I was on live like I always do. We elected and Lord added motivation came at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm on live doing a giveaway saying who knows what Lambo stands for. Everybody in the comments that knew what it stood for was saying it on the comments. And I'm saying, nah, y'all cheating. Y'all know who I am. Y'all let other people say it. And I kept saying, Lord added motivation before opportunities. I'm not saying living about my business only, which I put together that everybody knew. Not noticing, I'm saying Lord added motivation before opportunities. I kept saying it, and I'm not noticing I'm saying Lord added motivation before, until people in the comments like, that's not what it stands for. That's not what it stands for. I'm like, I start catching on, I said, oh, I'm saying Lord added motivation before. I let God work.
Wow.
I let God work. Then long story short, that same live, everybody kept saying, you see what Trump, you see Trump this, you see Trump that. God said, we elected.
My God.
Not a president, not a mayor, not a senator, not nobody in this world elected us but God. See, people look at God and they have this, once again, this fairy tale that people are living because what they made us believe. If you got a bunch of people living a fairy tale and they speaking God this, God said this, they living in a fairy tale world, trying to teach, and God like, no, I don't need you to live in a fairy tale world. I need you to live in reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need you to live here because I placed you here for a reason. Don't mislead the people when you speak in my name.
Ooh.
I elected you to be here. Do not avoid what I elected you to be here for. Live your purpose. Get out of that fairy tale world. Your daughter said what she said and gave you the understanding because the confirmation was within her to say, Ma, time is now.
Time is now.
We got to live it.
We got to live it.
That's it.
And not just talk about what we want. Like, there's a difference between manifesting and speaking. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when you manifest, I feel like you gotta move with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not just, yeah, I'm manifesting a trip this coming up this year. That's all I've been talking about. A trip. You know what I'm saying? But have you bought a ticket? Have you bought the room?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Have you looked up the resort? Like, what have you done to make the trip happen?
Right. Right.
And I think a lot of people are misguided or misled whenever they feel like, you know, oh, I pray, but you not working.
Faith without works is what?
It's dead. It's
That's
dead.
just what it is.
It's dead. And I feel like I feel like that's good. That's good. I like how you said you were on live, but you wasn't conscious about what you were saying, but the people were writing it in the comment. I like that.
Right. And just imagine if I would have been paying attention to the comment.
Right.
And not paying attention to what he's telling me.
Right.
Because what's for you is for you. They might not understand it.
Oh, and they don't.
Come on now.
A lot of people don't.
Hey.
I mean, if we can be real and if we can be honest, we need to, in 2026, we need to get rid of people pleasing. Because at the end of the day, and 9 times out of 10, the things that we talk about and the things that we do, nobody really understands anyway because God gave it to you.
Amen. That's right.
And not for the people.
That's right.
And that was something that I had to deal with, worried about what people were going to say when in fact they was going to say it anyway.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
It was going to be said anyway.
Right.
It's going to be talked about anyway.
That's
so, Mr. Trent, I'm finna still elected, okay? Like, may I?
Hey, we elected,
elected LaShonta. Elected LaShonta. However you want to say it.
For sure. We elected.
We elected. Okay, so I noticed when you came in, you have on a whole elected outfit. Like, tell us about your line and, you know, your...
Well, We Elected comes from... It's under Born Hustlers Family. You can check us out on all platforms. Born Hustlers Family. It's a family that the tree is just, it's so much that y'all gonna hear about very soon. If you be on my platform, you're gonna see everything about why we elected, why I say that. Like I said just a few minutes ago, you elected to do whatever he needs you to do. Jeez. Remember what he needs you to do. A lot of things we want to do, we can't do. You got to do what you need to do, even if you don't want to do it.
Even if you don't want to do it. Hey, say that again.
You got to think about this. I'm 37. I've been outside. When they say outside, this word that they use, I've been outside since I was 9 years old.
Oh, wow.
I'm from a projects that's very known, you know, and 9 years old, from 9 to 37 years old, that's a lot of years of just doing wrong, you know, and it took me into my early 30s to say, you know what, God need me. You know, like that's a lot of years, a lot of years of just, and a lot of people, they be like, but I don't want to do this. I don't. You've been doing what you want to do for all these years. And soon as you say, I surrender, God, you just expect tomorrow it to be good.
Oh wow. That's when the outside begins.
That's when you really
that's when the outside begins for real.
And it's funny you say that, because I just spoke about that the other day, about that's really when you really outside and you really go through they say the trenches. That's real.
That people don't understand. Like, I don't, and I'm not, downplaying nobody ministry by any means. Because when I was called into the gospel, it was one of the hardest moments of my life. I really stood up to just give a thank you to the church, because my son, I was 8 months pregnant, and I woke up that Sunday morning, and I felt the contractions, and my stomach was hard, and the baby wasn't moving, and from there, my then, who I was with, he took me to the hospital, and the doctor couldn't even look at me to tell me that my baby was gone at 8 months.
Oh man.
They never turned around to tell me that my baby was gone. You know what I'm saying? So that was tough. That was a tough moment in my life. And when I tell you, like, I went through the most, you know what I'm saying? And so after I had gone through that process, I stood up in church and I wrote out the speech, and and my pastor came to me. He was like, "You preaching?" And I'm like, did the Lord say I was? Because I don't really think so. But I say all that to say that people come into the gospel, or they decide that they want to preach, and they don't really realize that once you make that decision, that's when the hell starts.
That's when it goes.
That's when the hounds come. That's when just about everything that you can imagine is coming after you. But this time, when you're going through, you have the Almighty who is covering you. Right. So before your outside, you was Trent.
Yeah.
You was the man. You had to make yourself known. This is just me talking, because I don't really know him. So you had to make yourself known. I'm pretty sure. You say you grew up in the projects, which was well known. So you had to put your stamp out there. Right. You had to let Negroes know, like, I'm Trent, don't come for me. Right. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm finna come for you. But whenever you're in the trenches with the Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying? The enemy may come one way, but he's gonna flee 7.
Amen. That's right. And what we think we have to do is totally different. Now, I say I come from a known projects, 4 green projects in Brooklyn. Is like, everybody knows if you're from New York, right? I've watched a lot of actors. Spike Lee is from our projects. Michael Jordan, it comes from our projects. This is real, right? What I thought I had to do is not what I thought I had to do. And I'm speaking to all the electees that's young and doing whatever you're doing. Whatever you think you have to do is not what you need to do. Point blank, period. We have everybody, shout out to Hocus. We're doing, the streets is no good challenges, the drop your flag challenges, everything of that sort. Because we're talking to the trenches. We're talking to those that think they have to do what they need to do. It's real out here. It's 2026. A lot of us, they said we wasn't gonna make it. If you think about how God is good, you think about everything you've been through. They looking at it like, man, once again, they put God into thinking. It's so hard to think when you listening to people that got their own sin. They try to make it look like They are perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And when I speak to them, I'm like, God has chosen. He elected you.
Mm-hmm.
Look what you've been through.
Mm-hmm.
You just said what you said about your child. I just did a post the other day about saluting all the mothers.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all mothers is so strong
Mm-hmm.
because God spiritually did that for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And he made the man physically strong.
Period.
I tell these kids, go to your parents.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at your mother and say, oh, she don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
No. My mother was a strong, independent mother, carrying all of us.
Mm-hmm.
Made Christmas happen, made food on the table all the time with no help.
Mm-hmm.
She always say, God.
That's it.
God.
That's it.
I used to be like, Mom, how did you sit in that chair by your window watching Ricky Lake?
I remember Ricky Lake.
And you hear all this chaos going on outside and you know your kids is out there. Mm-hmm. How did you not get nervous? How did you not get... She said, I did, but God was right there.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of young kids that's out there that don't understand how God is powerful because they say you got to look a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
You got to talk a certain type of way. You got to dress a certain type of way. And God, like, I made you in my own images.
Mm-hmm.
If he told you this, why are you still listening to what these people telling you? It's real.
Because in the reality sense, that's what they can see. God is not necessarily tangible. Like my daughter, she's like, I like tangible stuff. Like I like stuff I can put in my hands, but it's not always something. He's not somebody that you can physically touch.
Right.
But what he can do is send someone to physically touch you. And that's another thing that we need to understand is if we open our mouths
mm-hmm.
and we repeat the words, the Bible, back to him, that's all he wants.
Mm-hmm.
He'll do the rest.
Right.
Like everything else is the way has already been made, is what I want to say. But because we don't verbalize or we don't talk to him or we don't have a relationship with him, I'm so tired of God knows my heart, baby. We all know your heart, okay? But do you know your heart? You know what I'm saying? You get your heart together. Get your heart together. Get your mind together. Get your soul together. Get all that together and get a personal relationship with Christ, because he is going to be the one that can save you. And I feel like for our youth, if you can comprehend that the Lord is with you, then all that other stuff means nothing.
Amen.
Yeah. Right. So that's why I don't understand why we don't allow, and I'm finna go off a little bit. It's probably going to shake you up a little bit. But I really feel like we need to get back to allowing our children to believe in Santa. Now, let's be bigger.
Yeah.
Let's think bigger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's think bigger than the man buying your kids presents. Right. And I'm thinking on an imagination level.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I get it for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like
bringing it back to kids.
Bringing it back to kids.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I can tell you about a God that you will never see. You know what I'm saying? And once he touch you, you will know exactly who he is. But at the end of the day, if you destroy a child's imagination when they are young, they're going to think they have figured everything out. You know what I'm saying? Don't no man come in my house and drop no gifts off. My mama and daddy bought them. I work with second graders, and this is what they tell me. My mama and my daddy bought them gifts. But what'll happen if your mama and your daddy can't never come through?
You're right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right. No, that's right.
What'll happen if you asked your mom and your dad for something and they never pulled through? Ooh. What if you're sick? And the only people that you believe in is your mom and your dad. But your mom and your dad cannot heal you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But having that imagination, and I'm not saying, God is imagination, all type of stuff. Y'all don't twist my words in 2026 because I'm not going to allow you to do that. If you think and listen and pay attention to what I'm saying, then you will never get it crossed up. Okay. But but if we allow children to just be children,
That's it.
it'll stop all this.
Yeah.
You got kids out here, let's be real, playing God.
Yeah.
Killing kids, killing people. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like they have the power and the authority to do so.
Yeah. It's real. It's real. We see it all the time, and like you said, I try to tell these kids all the time, be a kid, just the game system we always had. Mm-hmm. But we was outside. Mm-hmm. We have to make them be kids and understand, hey, go outside. Let's y'all play double dutch. I want
they play double dutch. I don't know how to double dutch.
No,
I watched them play. I can't get my feet not coordinated enough.
Hey, look. But at the end of the day, I do a lot of stuff for the community. I do Hope, honoring our people every day, where I do basketball tournaments and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I want to bring back stuff like double dutch, mm-hmm. skelly, all of the stuff that, was fun. Mm-hmm. When summertime came, it was like you could be inside and you can hear the fun mm-hmm. outside. Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta go to no school to hear the fun outside. Mm-hmm. That's what's needed. Mm-hmm. Now summertime come, you don't hear nothing. Mm-hmm. It's negative out there because there's no good energy being put out there.
That's right.
It's real.
You're right. I grew up in the outside generation where you had to be home before the street light. And at my granddaddy house, my grandma's house, when they locked the door, you can't get back in, and you had to play outside. So I grew up in that generation, and I can honestly say my son is like that. Now my daughter, child, please, she ain't going outside. She don't want to do nothing outside. But my son, he does. And I grew up in an apartment complex. And every Friday we had a party. My dad bought me this real big, remember the big boom boxes with
yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And every week we used to have a party, because I'm a party girl. I love a good party or whatever. I'm partying for Jesus right now though. But yeah, I grew up in an apartment complex as well, and I had this real big boom box, and I used to sit it on the porch every Friday, and everybody would come over, and that was the fun.
Yeah.
And kids today don't understand what real fun is. Yep. I don't get it, and I want us to get back to that. So I like how you said that you're trying to bring those things back. Like, do you have any idea of how you're going to do it?
Yeah, so the basketball tournaments that I do in this neighborhood, we're gonna implicate, the females being more, bringing back what they used to do mm-hmm. to the event. Mm-hmm. Once they play basketball before the basketball tournament start, y'all can do that, because I had bouncy houses. I had the lady that was painting faces and stuff like that. But I want to implicate those type of things. Mm-hmm. And I want to go, because we elected family and the Lambeau brand is everywhere. Mm-hmm. So I want to go to people, cities and states and say, you pick a park and we're going to start doing it in those places as well.
Oh, nice.
So we want to keep doing that.
So where are you originally doing these events?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Oh, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay. So you pretty much pick a park in Fayetteville.
Yeah.
And
so it's a park that now it's became a day now. Mm-hmm. Now they doing it every year. Mm. So this is going on the 5th, I think 5 years we've been doing it. Yeah, 5 years.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So, and this is me doing it by myself, so.
Well,
Yeah.
you got a friend in me.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Definitely.
you just have to let me know, because I love events like that.
Yeah.
I need to get back into doing more community events myself, but I'm interested in collabing with
Okay.
you, bringing what I offer to the table,
Gotcha.
people, resources, whatever I can to, to help the event or whatever. And you just definitely have to let us know. I can post it on my website as well, the event, the time, the date,
Gotcha.
and however you want to do it. So that's good. What else are you interested in doing, or what else are you considering doing in 2026?
Motivational speaking is what I'm like coaching, and motivational speaking is what I'm like standing on. Like I'm consistently doing this. This is something that I'm gonna 2026, you're gonna hear more of me. You
Mm-hmm.
know, Monday, like I said, we're going into the prisons, the youth prison in Fayetteville, North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and we're gonna go different places, and the resources that I have, I'm gonna make sure that we're gonna use them the right way, because like I said, a lot of us been in the streets. There's a lot of good brothers doing a lot of good work, and unity is what we need. That's the
Mm-hmm.
only thing that our people is not understanding.
Mm-hmm.
Unity is what we need. We have a lot of resources with our people doing great things. I'm a person, I don't look at a name. This is 810 Studio. 810 Studio, what you need me to do. That's who I am, and I always been like that. And we need to take that energy everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say, well, I got this going on. My name is such. Okay, cool. What we gonna do to get to the people? That's it. That's
Mm-hmm.
all I'm about. Like like I said, it's a lot of good people doing some good things. It's just the mentality of I'm gonna do it by myself.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
working.
It doesn't. Trust me. I that's a different show for a different time, but I definitely understand that mentality, and I hate to go back here, but slavery really, a lot of people think slavery did something to us physically,
No,
but it did not.
no.
It broke us
Yes,
mentally.
mentally.
And if anything, physically it made us stronger.
Yeah.
But
sure.
mentally
Yeah.
against each other,
Yes.
it tore
It's
us
bad.
down. And if we can really not look at our now hear me well. Is this mic on? You absolutely do have some people that's gunning for you.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
You absolutely do. But the majority of people love, black people I know love, and we love
Yes,
hard. And we will do whatever we can to help our brothers and
Yes.
sisters. And I really feel like that's something that we need to reconsider in 2026. Ask questions.
Yes, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
When the soldier slapped Jesus, he asked him, "Why did you
Why'd
put
do-
your hands on me?" Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Why
Right.
don't you like me?
Right. And
What and give me a better understanding to why we are here,
right.
because misunderstandings are very real.
Yes, for sure.
Communication is trash.
Yes,
You know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
So in 2026, I really want us to do better with communicating.
Right.
And because at the end of the day, the way the government is going,
Yeah, it's real.
if you know how to grow potatoes and I know how to grow peas,
Better get to going. Better get to growing.
because
sure.
we gonna need it. By the way, I can't grow neither one of them, so
hey,
I can make some Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can provide something else, but I want to learn though.
No, for sure. And Google is your best resource right now.
Mm-hmm.
Cause we gotta start understanding what's needed once again.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing I realize is how another person did me. If they did me wrong, it doesn't matter no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's not gonna change who God raised me to be.
That's right.
Everybody's heart ain't like your heart.
Mm.
But that don't mean because all of the pain that I went through is going to change who God raised me to be.
Whew. And how he kept me.
This is who I am. I had to realize that. I'm like, why am I trying to make somebody be something that they not going to be?
Period.
We are individuals for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to stop me. You're stopping yourself because of your past and all of the pain that you've been through. God got you through it, not them.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna be them. Don't say, oh, well, I ain't never gonna love again. Okay, well, you're gonna damage yourself.
And miss out.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they say seasonal people, a lot of people, they listen to God, but they don't listen to him.
Talk to the people. So, Trent, I noticed that you talk a lot about the Bible. So how did you come to know so much about the Bible? Do you attend church on the regular? Now, listen, don't bite my head off about the church now, because I already know. But is that do you attend on the regular? And how did you develop your relationship with Christ?
Well, like I said earlier, my mother, God was always first. Independent mother that always made sure we understood God is first.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't go to church every Sunday or anything of that sort, but Christian, she introduced us to it.
Mm-hmm.
My sisters, my cousins, and everybody got baptized. Now, me, I read very well, comprehend very well. The Bible is the only book that I did not understand until my early 30s.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I went to prison for the last time. And there was a situation, I'm not going to go too long with it, but there was a situation. If anybody know, prison is a respectable place. It's sad to say, but respect is everything there. Situation happened where God showed me his presence. This was the first time I felt the Holy Spirit.
Ooh.
First time.
Mm-hmm.
I never felt it. Like I said, I used to always be like, man, my sisters and them know how to speak in tongue. Everybody's getting baptized. Why am I the only one that's not feeling the presence of the Lord? It was so embarrassing. I used to be in church, and my little sister, when they say, go to John such and such, I didn't know how to do it. My sister, I'd be like, she would do it. And it was embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. But when that happened in prison, where a certain thing happened where God allowed the men to form a circle on the yard, because there was some negative stuff that was happening. And God showed his presence.
My God.
And I'm talking about all the brothers, the Mexican family, everybody got together and formed a circle and started praying. And that was the first time I felt the Holy Spirit.
Wow.
And I remember running to my pod, went to my cell, and I said, God, if this you, please let me understand what I'm about to read in this Bible. Because I had a Bible, a study Bible that this guy, he looked forward to me, like, because I had a presence. God gave me the leadership to make people, gravitate to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's seen it in me. And I had the study Bible travel with me. I never read it because I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
That day I ran to the pod and got the Bible. And I said, God, if this you, please let me read this and let me understand this.
Nice.
I opened that Bible, and the first thing I read was Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In all his ways, he will direct your path. That right there, from then on, that was where my journey I just started going. And I continuously to do what God need me to do. What the platform that he birthed me with. Shout out to Mount Sinai, in Fayetteville, North Carolina. That was my great-great-grandmother. We found that out. My great-great-grandmother that was her church. That was her home church. But that's where the journey began, right then and there.
Right then and there. I love that. And I love how you said when you got back to your cell, you asked the Lord to help you understand what you're about to read.
Right.
That's powerful.
Right.
You know, we talk about that in the church setting about whenever you, because the Bible is it's hard to understand.
Yes.
I still read from the Teen Study Bible.
But I had a study Bible that was the words that was on there is very understandable.
Yeah.
That's why I couldn't. That's why I say the Bible is so powerful.
It is.
But you have to surrender.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, because I don't care what book you read, ain't no book powerful than the Bible.
Mm-mm.
No book powerful than the Bible. And it just like, I used to be like, I know this word.
Mm-hmm.
I know these words. Why am I not understanding it?
Mm-hmm.
Because that book is powerful.
It is.
It's like the basic instructions that he left here was the best thing, you know? And that's why I say to people, stop arguing with your brothers and sisters about a religion.
Please.
Build with your brother and sister with the understanding of him. That's it.
That's it. And a much better place.
Come on.
If we can first, because you know the Bible speaks about being on one accord.
That's it.
The Bible also speaks about being many members of one body.
That's right.
One
That's
body.
Right. That's right.
Many members. I might be a pinky, you might be a ring finger, somebody be the middle finger, somebody the pointer, somebody the thumb, but we're still on one hand. That's you know what I'm saying? Amen. And then we got 5 other brothers or sisters on another hand.
Amen. That's right.
And we connected to the elbow.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? That's so right. It's really not that hard. We as humans make it hard.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
And I really feel like if we understand, it's the understanding, right. I think, for a lot of people, right. The understanding. So in 2026, above all, gain understanding.
Understanding.
That's it.
That's the key.
That's it.
That's the key.
Well, thank you so very much, Trent.
Thank you.
For allowing us to meet you here.
Listen, thank y'all for allowing me to be here.
Absolutely. I've enjoyed it. You enjoyed the conversation?
I enjoyed the energy. I'm an energy person.
You're an energy person.
Loved it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but here at Cutting Through the Red Tape, the energy is high here.
Amen. For sure.
The energy is high here. And I believe, Christ has everything to do with that. So I appreciate you coming, saying yes to Cutting Through the Red Tape. And one more time, tell us where we can follow you, where we can purchase some, because I want something. Tamika was supposed to hook me up. I don't know what happened with that, but I ain't got my shirt, my pants, my toe bag. I ain't got nothing.
That's my fault. I got you.
But I do want to purchase something from your line, and start getting you out there. Like I said earlier in the show, I will be using Elected whenever you hear from me. And so I'm excited. So give us a rundown on how we can follow you and where we can purchase your items from.
So Trent Martinez on all platforms, but Lambo BHF. Google Lambo BHF. You can find me on all platforms.
Okay. Yeah, all platforms. Trent Martinez, listen, he been here. So y'all ain't just discovering him here on Cutting Through the Red Tape. Although I can say he was the first one to do my show. So yeah, go out, make sure you follow Trent Martinez, light his website up. He did say that he was into motivational speaking. You heard him here. He's going out into the prison preaching, to speak to the youth. Listen, you can catch him in the hedges, in the highways, on the byways, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to speak to the youth and getting them to understand who they are, and who Christ needs them to be. So we are excited for 2026. He got some big events coming up, and we're going to stay. I'm going to try to put all of that information on my website as well, so we can get on down there to Fayetteville, North Carolina, and support him. Listen, we're talking about unity in 2026. We're talking about, building with each other in 2026, gaining knowledge and understanding. And so we're excited, not only for cutting through the red tape, but for Trent Martinez as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Cutting Through the Red Tape. This is your girl, LaShonta. We are with the baddest studio on this side of heaven, which is 810 Studios. Shout out to my girl, Tamika. We're out. Peace.